and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Long Story Short. I'm your host, Darrion, Theatrics, Narine, and I'm so happy to be here after eating 2 doubles with slight pepper and some extra roast on top of that. It's so nice, so nice to be back. But many things are happening in the world today, and one such thing is, of course, the local government elections. And for your viewing pleasure, I've prepared a beautiful poem here for you today. 'Twas just 3 months before the local government elections, and everyone was preparing to go and run the extra distance. The music trucks, they readied themselves, and everybody was ready to balance themselves. I tell you, long gone are manifestos, policies, and plans. In fact, those things have been left to the sands of time. Everybody just ready for a good time and a good lime. And I say, when will we learn? When will we learn? A politician said to me, vote for me and you'll get the best representation that you ever will see. And we all know that politicians don't lie. That was a deep sigh. When will we learn? When will we learn? There's only when we feel the burn. Thank you. Indeed, I'm going to be performing that at my next open mic that I attend. Hopefully, it'll be at one of the rallies, political rallies, as local government elections is just around the corner. And of course, many people are feeling many different emotions over this whole local government situation and circumstance. It's less than 3 months away, but my brother in the next video, who was interviewed off the streets, I think gives a perfect summary of how the people of Trinidad and Tobago feel at this exact moment. Take a look.
We in Trinidad, we have a wonderful, beautiful island. And the politicians, all of them, is just messing it up. You understand? It is she say and he say. And is Indian, is African. And it have one place, is Trinidad and Tobago. It's not Tobago, it's not Trinidad. They have Trinidad and Tobago. You're fighting Tobago, Tobago fighting Trinidad. You're fighting the UNC fighting the PNM. I think all them parties them supposed to go. We need a new face in government. Somebody who care about the people and for the people is the people.
I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. That is as organic as it gets. Interviewing people off the streets and getting their perspectives on how they feel about the political situations in Trinidad and Tobago. And my brother there, he said it best. He said we need politicians who is the people. He didn't say who for the people. He didn't say to represent the people. He said who is the people. We need politicians who are not separate and apart from the people who they represent. We need people who love service, love to put themselves on the line, not existing in ivory towers high up and out and apart from the people themselves. We need people who are on the ground, who walk in all over, whether it be in the grassroots or the market, or they're walking through anywhere, any street, and not afraid to go because they know that they'll be welcomed by the people. That is why I need politicians who is the people, quoting the man there who is interviewed, of course. And I'm really hoping that within the next couple of years, we can kind of get it right. We can start to see some shifts, some changes, and some new faces. He himself said that. Some new faces up inside the dance of what we call politics in Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of frustration generally all around. And we want something different. We want to see our nation progress. I want to see more pride in our nation. I feel as if the last time we saw any massive set of pride was when we qualified for the World Cup back in 2006. I am a soca warrior. I say win or lose, I am a fighter. And indeed, we need more fighters. We need more fighters to come out and fight for the people. And I thought that was one of the best summaries ever. One of the best interviews. Very, very real and direct.
somebody who care about the people and for the people, is the people.
Need people, or you need politicians. Who is the people? Many politicians have grown very self-centered, and they're only considering themselves in all their dealings. But that is not only limited to Trinidad and Tobago, or only to the Caribbean. Across the globe, we have many different officials who hold high positions, doing very strange things that make us wonder how you reached there in the first place. One such situation is a government official from India who drained an entire dam just to get his phone after he was seen taking a little selfie. Take a look at this story right now. As Kevin Hart would say, damn!
Damn!
Damn! Damn indeed. Because your phone fell in the water, you decided it's time to drain it out completely. He emptied over something like 2 million liters of water. Well, I'll be damned. This man, if he was in a relationship, he'd be rather draining. I tell you all, it's a very serious situation lying before us. In a world where we have a shortage of fresh water, this man decided to empty a whole dam to get back a phone. And on top of that, reports say that it was a Samsung. A Samsung. So after all of that, he put all that effort into emptying the dam to find a Samsung. I don't understand it. That is the level of selfishness and individualism that we're seeing from a lot of officials across the globe. Of course, now he's been suspended. But nevertheless, it's still something that we need to look at and say, hey, why would you even think? Well, what was the thought process? What was going through his mind for him to say, you know what, let me empty this dam to find my phone? Why he didn't get some scuba diving gear? He could have jumped in, take a little bath, enjoy the sights underneath the water there. But damn! He emptied it to get back his phone. And after all of that, the phone was too waterlogged to even work. I cannot tell you that. Anybody cannot tell you that. He said it had sensitive government data on top there. Well, it's long gone. And I don't feel that it was any kind of sensitive government data at all. Rather, what I think is that he was on Tinder at that point. And somebody probably swiped right on him and he got a match. And he said, you know what? Let me check this. And as he pulled it out excitedly, he just whoop, into the water. Take our bait into the water. Take our bait into the water. Take our bait. The phone went. But I tell you all, this is the problem that we have. A lot of people are not thinking, especially when they hold high positions, about the people who they serve. 2 million liters of water. How many suffer because of that one action? Times are getting harder and harder. But in this case, time's getting drier and drier because of decisions made by people who are at the top levels within organizations. And we need to bring back some sort of love and caring into our representation, into what we do, into the efforts that we put out there. In other news, a man was out on a sailboat and he threw his laptop into the ocean. People asked what was going on. He said, well, it's Adele rolling in the deep. Couldn't drain the ocean, though. He couldn't drain the ocean. Damn! Damn! And now, while we're here looking at that and looking on at all these different situations across the globe, I want to wave along onto a break.
The issue, the continued rise in the price of flour and its impact on the cost of living in Trinidad and Tobago. How should we go about it? I want to ask you, what has been revealed to you about the state of vulnerability in the country because of this exercise and because of what we're going through? Is the government losing the war on the vaccine front?
The discussion should revolve around the common good for the greatest number of people in Trinidad and Tobago.
How do we inculcate a sense of respect and regard for people who may not be of your own political ilk or persuasion?
The communities are now being used by political opportunists. So
when the tables are turned, it's the same way. Okay, this has been 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson, and we'll see you next time.
Join me, Sule A. Joseph, as I delve into the day-to-day psychological issues plaguing our society. We will discuss behaviors that encompass the biological influences, social pressures, and environmental factors that affect how you think, act, and feel. Sight, Thursdays at 11:30 a.m., only on WESN, Content Capital.
Welcome back to Long Story Short, and the next segment is called Da Can't Be True. And it's really just stories that are real life situations, but are so far-fetched that you really have to wonder, is it true? And the story that's in this segment today is one that I found quite interesting. I held it very near and dear to my heart, because things like this, we really have to ask ourselves, is this really happening? And the story is around a woman who was once married to the Eiffel Tower 10 years ago or so, or just over that. She married the Eiffel Tower. Yes, you're hearing me correctly. And now she's in love with a fence. Take a look at this story. I tell you all, take a look at this story right here.
I did not expect to find a fence like this here at all. He's perfect. I mean, this is the shape that I like so much. These angles, fabulous. Fences are such dangerous objects for me because they are so perfect in their geometry. I mean, I have to say there is a lot of physical stuff going on right now. I mean, and I think that happens between human relationships as well, but I'm definitely physically attracted to this fence. And I would like to get to know this fence better.
Oh, you are sweet. Very, very sweet.
Yes, in love with a fence. And I want to quote what she said. She says here about the fences, I mean, this is a shape that I like so much. These angles, fabulous. That is lyrics. That is lyrics. I don't understand why people of this generation don't have lyrics like that. These angles, fabulous. That's what she said, describing a fence that is her love being expressed in full. But what I really worry about and what I'm concerned about is that her relationship is now on the fence with the Eiffel Tower. I tell you, if the Eiffel Tower and her new boo get into a fight, they might choose to do fencing. Very dangerous stuff happening here. Very dangerous stuff happening. The Eiffel Tower itself towers above her current boo. But in love with a fence, she is. And it really begs the question, we have to be asking ourselves at this stage, is this just a little bit on the borderline of insanity? These stories are making popular media all across the globe, and therefore they're becoming a little bit more of commonality. But I I wonder myself, what is going on? What is going on? So many abnormal things are happening across the entire globe. Recently, I wanted to visit Paris. And I came very close, I tell you. I came very, very close. I tripped over a tower and I fell. And that's as close as I came to the Eiffel Tower. But moving right along, in terms of abnormal stories and strange things happening across the globe, getting married to a fence is just one. The other is a man who opened the door on a plane, on an aircraft, while the plane was in motion in midair. Take a look at this right now.
A man has been arrested after he allegedly opened a plane door while that plane was still in the air. So you can see the air coming in there. It happened in South Korea. The Asiana Airlines plane was just about 3 minutes from landing. It was some 700 feet in the air when that door was opened. An official telling CNN a man in his 30s who was sitting at the emergency exit appeared to open the door. The plane did land at the airport. This was southeast of Seoul. Officials say 12 people suffered minor injuries from hyperventilation.
Now, rumor has it that before he left the airport where he embarked, he sang, "I'm leaving on a jet plane, never to return again." And I think he thought quite literally that that was his plan. Opening a door mid-air, a little bit of crazy, or a lot of crazy indeed. He said he just wanted to get off as fast as possible. He wanted to get off as fast as possible. I tell you, more mad people outside the madhouse than inside. But somebody else who was on the aircraft as well reported that the plane got a flat tire in midair, and he really opened the door to go and try and change the tire. I believe that version of the story. I think that's more plausible, because nothing else could explain why you would open a door on an aircraft that is taxiing along in midair. To me, that is just plain talk, bad manners. But no more bad manners as we cut to a break right now.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity, from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378, or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
People really want to know, what about me? Where do I fit? Yes. What is in the ride for me in terms of a better Trinidad and Tobago? And I'm pleased to shed some light on that.
The purpose of bail is to ensure your attendance at court. That's it. It is not punitive, it is not rehabilitative.
We, the police officers, we are professional, and we are here for whenever the survivor is ready to come forward.
We have the right to private and family life, the right to religious freedoms and beliefs and thoughts and expression. But these rights are not absolute. Certain rights can be limited.
The law is to govern the whole, it's for all of us in public.
Is it politics? What is it? Is it that nobody cares about sports?
The kind of support that sport used to get in the past is no longer here.
The thing is, taking a knee doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're doing on it.
Right.
Taking a knee along with other stuff.
Samantha, what are you looking forward to when you return home to Trinidad and Tobago after winning the title?
Thank you very much for speaking it into existence.
Is there no pressure on Nicholas Ball?
It makes me more motivated to work hard and to go out there and rep the white and black.
Why are we sending a team to the Winter Olympics?
There are a number of Trinbagonians who are in the diaspora and have grown up in winter sport. It's an opportunity that the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee will not close the door on.
I also believe in the players that we have. Once you can motivate the players, you can get the best out of them.
Join me, Dr. Nalini Kokram, on WhatsApp Doc, where we discuss all your burning questions concerning health.
Trinidad and Tobago is among one of the highest risk
group of patients that develop this form of genetic breast cancer.
What I'd like to take home from a short interview like this, screening. You must screen.
Because it's silent.
It's silent.
Yeah.
And because it's silent, you don't know it's there.
What's Up, Doc? Every Tuesday and Thursday on WESN, Content Capital.
Welcome back, and now we're heading into a segment I like to call Tech Your Time. In the world of tech, we're exploring technology across the globe and what are some of the major trends that are happening right now. And one such trend is, of course, AI, which I've covered so many times in so many of the other episodes. But I found something quite interesting that happened recently with tech, and that is deepfake videos. Now, deepfake videos have been around for a long time, and a lot of people have been using it in a lot of different ways. I've seen some very funny memes with deepfake videos. For those of you all who don't know what deepfake videos are, it's just videos of people that look real. It looks as if the person is actually there on the screen saying the words and performing the actions. So let's say I'm here right now. It would be something looking like me, AI generated, delivering the content. That makes us question, am I real or is this a deep fake? Is it? Is it not? Is it? Is it not? No, I'm real. I am real. But the next commercial that comes up, which was AI generated altogether, the content completely planned by AI and completely constructed by AI as well and developed by AI. We have an ad for a fake pizza company. And it didn't turn out quite how they expected. Take a look at this video right now.
Are you ready for best pizza of life? Bring friends down to Pepperoni Hug Spot. Our chefs make pizza with heart and special touch. Cheese, pepperoni, vegetable, and more secret things. Need delivery? Pizzas come fast. Knock knock, who's there? Pizza magic. Eat Pepperoni Hug Spot pizza. Your tummy say thank you. Your mouth say, Pepperoni Hug Spot. It's like family, but with more cheese.
That was the exorcism of pepperoni pizza. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I think Freddy Krueger definitely sponsored that pizza company. Those people, their jaws were dropping. And not because the pizza was tasting good. It looked like if they were half becoming zombie, walking dead all over again. Stress in the place, pressure in the place. So as AI continues to develop, it's still learning a lot of things. And the good news is for content creators out there, it can't do what you can do just yet. But it does beg the question, when it does develop that skill, where does that leave the creatives? Those people who are editing videos and doing ads right now, will they be replaced? And I don't think that a lot of people are putting a lot of thought into that as AI continues to run along and move along on its own accord. Many people still very worried about what can happen. But for me, I'm just enjoying the fact that we get content like this, where the deep fake seems to be deeply scary and also deeply disturbing. But my friends, as we move along with the show, long story short, I am happy to announce that what we have coming up next is not a deep fake, but in fact reality. A superstar talent, or superstars, I should say, coming out of Trinidad and Tobago on the underground scene and rising up very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Echo.
Chase love, it's the wrong bumper for your car. Ladies, when you're in the dance and you don't really want to whine on him, tell him this. Hey. When you see me in the dance and I'm whining so, you get so hypnotized you can't move on the dance floor. Can't move on the floor. And when you sample it, I guarantee you want more. Boy, this is something you never experienced before.
Why? It's my wine, it's my waist, that's the taste that you look for. Boy, if you can't handle the pace, keep your eyes off me.
Yes, you are addicted, but please don't be mistaken. This bumper here is taken, so turn away and carry on. Come now, don't fight it, you have good taste, but bad timing. I know
my wine inviting,
so keep calm and just
You find I look like a star. You're so close, but then again so far. Look, two girls over by the bar. This the wrong bumper for your car. Keep calm, hey, keep calm, hey, keep calm. This the wrong bumper for your car. As it does go on, if I get closer, my boy. Safer. You making this night harder for me to enjoy.
For me to enjoy.
Why you watching me like if I's a movie? Why? This is my night to shine. You can't take that from me.
Hear me. It's my wine, it's my waist. That's the taste that you look for. Boy, if you can't handle the pace, keep your eyes off my bumper.
Yes, you are addicted, but please don't be mistaken. This bumper here is taken, so turn away and carry on. Come now, don't fight it, you have good taste, but by timing, I know my wine inviting, so keep calm and just. You find I look like a star. You're so close, but then I ain't so far. Look, two girls over by the bar. This the wrong bumper for your car. Keep calm, hey, keep calm, yeah, keep calm. This the wrong bumper for your car. Being nice still young, you're holding on, thinking maybe I'll give you one. The pressure building, so you inch forward. I see you coming from behind. Maybe I'll consider this wine too slow, my boy. Maybe next time. Yes, you are, but please don't be miss this bumper. So turn away. Come now, don't fight it. You have good taste, but by timing, I know my wine. I know. You find I look like a star. You're so close, but then again so far. Look, two girls over by the bar. This the wrong bumper for your car. Keep calm, hey, keep calm, This the wrong bumper for your car. Keep calm, hey, keep calm, yeah, keep calm. This the wrong bumper for your car. Chase love, ladies, tell him no. This the wrong bumper for your car.
And that was Soraya and Sanja, Chase, leaving, of course, an echo in our hearts from the band Echo, the duo Echo, doing an excellent job. And as we get ready to wind down on long story short, I just want to remind you to keep calm, and relax indeed. We've seen so many things happen throughout this show, from dams being drained, to deep fake videos, to people marrying fences. And while we look at the world of love and relationships being so complicated in so many different ways, I remember my brethren Gabriel, who wishes that he himself had some deep fake videos to go out there so that all of this could be behind him. Gabriel, all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show today. Long story short, I'm your host, Darrion, Theatrics, Narine, and it's been a pleasure being here with you all.